After Blumhouse put their own unique spin on the Universal classic monsters with 2025's Wolfman, the studio is returning with a brand new remake of The Mummy. The franchise launched with the premiere of the 1932 eponymous film, which starred horror icon Boris Karloff as the ancient Egyptian prince Imhotep, who has been resurrected and seeks a modern woman who he believes to be the reincarnation of his long-lost love. Coming hot on the heels of Dracula and Frankenstein, The Mummy continued the Universal classic horror cycle and was the first not to be based on existing literature. Much like the other monsters in Universal's legendary horror cycle, the film helped make mummies an archetype of scary movies, and Universal themselves produced a handful of sequels throughout the 1940s. However, it wouldn't be until the release of Universal's 1999 film The Mummy that the mummy archetype was brought into modern cinema, and the Brendan Fraser classic added more than a dash of action to spice things up. Now, Blumhouse is aiming to modernize The Mummy once again, and the horror-centric studio has a lot to live up to after the disastrous failure of the 2017 remake. Blumhouse The Mummy latest news. The first cast member joins the reboot and filming begins. Brendan Fraser looking surprised as Rick O'Connell in The Mummy. Just a few months after the movie was announced, the latest news confirms the first cast member has joined The Mummy. The Atomic Monster and Blumhouse co-production has tapped Midsommar star Jack Reynor to lead the film, though many details about his character remain under wraps. However, Raynor's character is described as a husband and father who runs afoul of supernaturally sinister forces. Along with the announcement of Raynor's casting, director Lee Cronin revealed on Instagram that filming began on March 24, 2025. In the post, Cronin shared a shot of the film slate and captioned the image Day 1. Blumhouse The Mummy release date. Blumhouse take on The Mummy rises in 2026. Overall, the development and production of Blumhouse The Mummy reboot has been lightning quick, and the upcoming horror experience already has a release date. At the same time that the movie was revealed in December 2024, it was also announced that The Mummy will premiere on April 17, 2026. In a short but exciting statement, director Lee Cronin revealed that his take on The Mummy will be unlike any mummy movie you ever laid eyeballs on before, and he promises to raise something very ancient and very frightening. Since that announcement in late 2024, the movie began filming in March 2025, though an exact timeline for its production is still unknown. Considering how quickly the film has begun shooting, it stands to reason that Cronin's The Mummy should have no trouble hitting its early 2026 release date. Because little is known about The Mummy, there is also little information about the cast. However, Lee Cronin's latest Twisted Vision has already found its leading man, and Midsommar star Jack Reynor has been tapped to headline the horror flick. Raynor's character doesn't have a name yet, but he will apparently play a husband and father who runs afoul of supernaturally sinister forces. Because the production is zipping along quickly, it's only a matter of time before more cast members join the ensemble. Like 2025's Wolfman, the cast will likely be made up of lesser-known but extremely talented performers. Blumhouse The Mummy story details. An experience unlike any mummy movie that's come before. Boris Karloff as Ardith Bey staring and hypnotizing someone in 1932 footage The Mummy. Even though the movie has entered production and already has a release date on the schedule, almost nothing is known about the plot of the reboot. However, director Lee Cronin has promised a mummy movie unlike anything that's come before, and that opens some intriguing avenues for the plot. The original Mummy film from 1932 is a hypnotic and gripping thriller, while most of the sequels turned the titular villain into a lumber monster who kills indiscriminately. 1999's The Mummy breathed new life into the mummy concept, but that can't be repeated, as 2017's The Mummy proved.